Hey everyone, this is the third and final video in our series on how to create a transaction using ZipForm Plus templates. In this video we're going to go through the DTR and show you how to have your clients sign documents. So go ahead and open up your web browser, and the best way to go to the DTR at first, if you haven't already done it, is via your NextHome intranet portal. On the left hand side of the page you'll see DocuSign DTR. Click on that. If you've already logged in, it will log you in automatically. If you don't have your username and password, obviously talk to your office administrator and they'll help you out with that. If you recall in the last video, we created a transaction called 123 Main Street. You'll see it over here, but if you click on the top right, transactions, or the tab up here, transactions, you'll see all of the transactions that you currently have working. So click on 123 Main Street. At the top you're going to see these tabs that are in the transaction room, and these tabs are what you're going to use to go through each of the documents and to get them signed. So the best way to do that is to work from left to right. The Details tab being first. The Details tab has all of the information that you have filled out about this transaction. Your broker is going to require that some of this information be filled out to close a transaction. For this example, we're not going to do anything with the Details tab, but feel free to click on Edit and play around with it. Tasks is next. Tasks are pre-assigned document lists that your broker requires you to have completed in order for this transaction to close. So click on Actions, click on Attach Task List, and this is a purchase. So we're going to click on the Purchase Task List. These are all the documents that my broker requires that I have completed in order for a transaction to be closed. It's a great way to keep you organized going through the transaction. Next, click on Documents. Documents, like we talked about within the last video, are those pre-filled in templates that we have sent over from ZipForm Plus into the DTR. Now these are partially completed. They have to be customized with the information of this transaction. So go ahead and click on one of them, and we're going to put the address in. And we'll go ahead and skip through all of the document, or excuse me, all of the details, because this is just an example, and we'll put the buyer's information in. Okay. Now that that's done, go ahead and click on Save and continue. We're not going to go through any of the other documents, but just real quickly, once you've filled in some information like the address and the purchaser's information, they will automatically populate in your other documents. So the more information you can fill in, the better, so you only have to do it once. Again, for this example, we're only going to use the real estate purchase contract, so we'll go from there. Next step is to add people to your transactions, specifically your clients. You will already see your broker, your office administrator, and you as part of this transaction, but you need to add your buyers to it, or sellers, depending on the transaction. Two ways to do that. You can add from network if you have already added them into the DTR, or you can invite them via email. If you invite them via email, which is most likely what you'll be doing, go ahead and fill out the information, click on Invite, and they will get an email that looks like this. Your realtor has sent you a link to be invited to a transaction. They'll open it up and you'll see Create an Account. They'll go through the steps of creating an account, and you'll get a notification that they have joined the transaction. For our example today, I have already joined the transaction, so we'll click on Invite from Network, and there it is. In this example, we are doing a purchase, so it's buy side, they are the buyer, and we will add them. The next step is to click on Envelopes. Envelopes are basically just that. They are packages that you are sending to your clients that enclose all of the documents that you need for them to sign. So by doing, or to put together an envelope, you'll need to click on New at the top right hand side of the page. You're going to name it 123 Main Street Offer. This can be whatever you like. In the subject tab, In the subject tab, you can put whatever you like as well. The subject tab is viewed by your client. The name is only viewed by you, and then obviously the message is viewed by your client. Now we need to add documents. Again, for this example, we are only adding the purchase contract. We'll add that. We're going to need to add recipients. Click on pre-tagged roles. You can also click on room participant, but pre-tagged roles are the roles already assigned to a contract that will automatically fill your buyer's initials and signatures into the right place. You can do room participants, but room participants will require you to drag and drop initials and signatures into specific documents. So go ahead and click on pre-tagged roles. We only have one role in this transaction, and that is a buyer. We'll assign that buyer to the pre-tagged buyer 1 role and add them to it. Next, go to the top, click on next, and it will create your envelope for you with the document all ready to sign. Go through the document and make sure that everything looks right. The address is there, the information that you have filled in is there, and their signatures are there. So here is an example of a pre-tagged role. In this spot, there is an option to initial. Right now, that box is not required of the buyer to sign for this to be a fully completed offer. If it is required, we'll go ahead and click on required field, and they will not be able to finish the document until that field is complete. So we'll scroll down and make sure everything looks good. Obviously, the signature section of this contract is a required field. It is automatically a required field. And now this envelope is ready to send to our buyer. So we'll click on send, and out it goes. Your buyer or client is going to then get an email that says, Robert Brandt via DocuSign would like you to sign 123 Main Street offer. They'll go ahead and click on review document, be asked to agree to electronic signatures, click on continue, and they'll be able to click on start and initial where is required, and it'll automatically take them through. Once they are done, make sure they click finish. Some buyers, or clients, forget to do that, so make sure they click finished. They'll get a nice little message that says you're done signing, and you will be notified via email that they have completed signing a document. Within that email will be the PDF form of the contract that they have created, as well as a link to go view those documents. PDF forms are obviously easier because you can just forward this email on to the other parties of the transaction. So if you go back into your envelopes tab and refresh the page, you'll notice that the envelope has been completed. And if you go back to your documents tab after that, you will see that the original purchase contract that you created is still there, but a new one has been created that says it has been signed. If you click on that document, you will notice that at the very bottom it has been signed. So we'll go ahead and click on out of that. And the next thing that you need to do is involving tasks. You need to assign this document to one of the tasks that have been created up at the top. So to do this, simply click on Signed Purchase Contract. You want to add, not from new, you want to add the signed purchase contract that you have created. And in it goes. From here, you are done. Your broker will be able to view the documents that you have added to the transaction and approve those documents once they have all been filled in. And that really goes through exactly how you can use the DTR. There are other ways about doing it and subtleties that you need to learn, but that's basically how the DTR works and how to send documents to your client to sign.